All right, hello everyone. So what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna talk about a quick start guide on how you can use the target switching features of AXIBO. Now this is really handy if you're doing streaming. So for example, let's say that you've got a setup where you've got 5 different things you wanna look at, but you only have 2 cameras and you don't wanna run around during your stream to set up different cameras. So what you do is you can use an AXIBO as 4 cameras. And the idea is that you point it at the different things and then between your shots, you can use the app to switch between locations. So let's dive into it. When we go on the app, again, we're connected, it's booted, we're gonna go to the target switching page. Now on the target switching page, what you can see is that we can see our feed, we can see some old targets that I said a long time ago, and we could switch feeds if we want to, if we want to see the whole scene as well as the HDMI feed. For something like this, I generally prefer the HDMI feed because you want to see what the camera is going to be seeing. So I'm going to set some targets. So I'm going to delete them and let's add some new ones. So the first one I want to do is I want to look at Peter's face. Thank you, Peter. Now what I want to do is let's say that I want to talk about the camera that I'm using. So I'm going to set this position. So I'm going to add that target. And then now maybe I want to talk about the lighting that I'm using. Please excuse how much this camera is about to get blasted by this light. And I'm going to set this target. And you know what? I'm also going to set one over here, just looking at some of the stuff that's around the room. So I've got another camera looking at me over here, and maybe I want to talk about this stuff. So I'm going to add another target. So now during my stream, what I can do is I can leave this down here. And again, you can use a tablet or you can use a PC, whatever's easier. And then in between, you just hold on it and it's going to go to that shot. So it's very easy to switch. So whether you're on your own or whether you're doing this with somebody else, it will do everything for you. It'll do that camera reorientation. And if you have focus and zoom added as well, it's going to do those for you too, which is super cool. Now you'll also notice that on each tab there's a slider that is for the speed, how fast you want to move. So now let's go. We'll pretend, hey, like I'm introducing Peter, and then like, oh, here's the camera rig that I'm using. This is the camera rig. And then if you want to check out some of the lighting that I've got as well, we can see up here. Now what we also try and do, guys, you'll notice, is that we try and keep the transitions nice and smooth so that if you are streaming real time out of the camera, that the feed looking around isn't jerky. So this is super handy if you're doing any kind of live event and you don't want to have to manage 6 cameras or whatever. So finally, you can also use this page just like waypoints. So for example, I can play and on the controls page, and it's going to run through all of those points, just like we did in keyframes. This could be handy if maybe you just want the camera to cycle through these things over and over again during your live stream. So you might want that if you're trying to show different events going on or just giving people information, which is really handy. So that's the target switching page. It's super easy, it's super fun, it's really, really useful. We use it all the time. It's great. So thank you very much. Give it a try.